Okay, I'm ready.
So my name is Alade and I'm the only child of my parents' son. Cut again. And please, music department, can you please work on your music?
Yes, sir.
So my name is Alade and I'm the only son and child of my parents. I grew up in Sokoto and dropped out of secondary school after failing junior WAEC 6 times. And so my father, Mr. Yemi, decided that I wasn't serious with my life, so he chased me out of his house. But don't feel sorry for me, because I know that with all these disappointments in my life, the gods were at work. Because guess what? 2 weeks later, I started my own business. You see, I told you God was at work. No situation is permanent. So as a young entrepreneur, I specialize in acquiring other people's properties without their permission. So I snatch and collect without anybody's notice. So for the first few months, everything was calm and smooth until recently business started shifting. People started to notice what I was doing anytime I come to the market, so I started getting busted. Although no matter how many times they spot me, they can never catch me. Thanks to my long legs, cause
when they tryna hold me, I go zoom, zoom, zoom.
So guys, that's how business has been shaking this period. But by God's grace, next year I'm planning to expand my business so that instead of sneaking and collecting, I'll be taking anything I want by force. So I'm going to need your prayers and support. Nevertheless, one day on my way coming back from picking up a few yams from somebody's farm, although I don't know the owner of the farm, I met Awudu crossing a bush path, so I picked him up too. My plan was to add him to the pepper soup, but somehow we became friends. In fact, he became my sidekick and we started going on missions together. I know you are wondering why on earth I made a tortoise my sidekick. I mean, since I'm a thief, so like, won't he slow me down? Well, there's more to Awudu than meets the eye. You see, anytime we go on a heist, it doesn't matter the quantity of items we steal that day. From naira bills to coins to bags of rice to even cars, everything fits inside Awudu's shell. And yes, again, you're wondering how that works, right? Well, it's a cartoon thing, so I refer you to go and ask Tom and Jerry, the CEO and founders of Toon Force. These guys will explain to you how on earth a person can be compressed into a carpet and still be alive. So for this reason, with Awudu's shell, we can conveniently steal 60 bags of rice and majestically walk home. No need to run. Everything is hidden inside Awudu's shell. Now, that's what I call thieving for a living. Okay, so here comes the big day, the day that my career takes a new turn. So it was Friday, and believe me when I tell you that nobody else enjoys going to mosque on Friday the way I do. And this is why. I purposely go late every Friday just so I can stay at the back of the girls' hall. Don't ask me why, I just like staying at the back of the girls' hall. It's so peaceful. Okay, let's focus. God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Spirit, and God the Allah. Amen. Or I can start from God the Allah, then God the Son. It's the same thing, okay? Okay. So after prayers, we closed from the mosque, and on my way back, me and I would branch the market to run that stuff. And holy butterfly! You won't believe the beautiful girl I just sighted at the fish store. Man, she was beautiful. Despite having covered her nose and mouth with her hijab, I was speechless until she finally removed the hijab. And mothers and sisters and aunties of butterflies, the spirit of the Most High ministered a song to my head, and it's go like this. A brand new girl. Aww. She was selling fish and other things in a marketplace. Now she and me.
Jesus is love.
So I didn't have the courage to walk up to her. No, I didn't have the courage. That sounds wrong too. Anyways, I couldn't walk up to her because I was broke. Awudu and I already exhausted our supplies from last time. Her beauty put me in shock for a minute until one strange, tall, black man came to us and interrupted the silence. He was like, I know you like her. I can help you make money so you can get the girl. And I was like, whoa, what? Who, me? Which girl? Okay, fine. I like her. Help me. So he introduced himself as Mr. Ejiofor, Deputy Governor of Sokoto State. And he said he's been watching me for a while and now he knows that I'm a very talented, gifted thief. And I was blushing, I was like, thank you, sir. So he continued. He said he has a mission for me, that if I'm able to go to Abuja, infiltrate the Rock of Wonder, and retrieve the Gina's kettle for him, he will reward me with a prize of 2 million naira. So I had 2 million. And I was like, okay, consider it done. Wait. What's the Gina's kettle? And then he continued. Right. So Gina's kettle is a sacred ablution kettle that was once housed and protected in the Abuja National Mosque until it was forcefully acquired by the president and moved to the Rock of Wonder. Then I was like, Rock of Wonder? You mean Zuma Rock? Then it was like, no, the Rock of Wonder. Okay. Aso Rock. Exactly. The hardest part of your mission is breaking into the Aso Rock. Once you have the kettle, Gina will help you escape without stress. And I was like, who's Gina? And he was like, Gina is the magical goddess of wishes, and you summon her by using the kettle. And I was like, okay, makes sense now. So Ejiofor continued, once you have the kettle, all you have to do is to take some garri with you, then use the kettle to boil small water, then pour the hot water inside the garri, and Gina will appear. If there's no garri, Gina will not come out too. I repeat, if there's no garri, Gina will not come out. Okay, sir. Also, just to be clear, it's the Aso Rock house, not Aso Rock. You know, there's Aso Rock, and then there's Aso Rock house. In fact, don't even get me started on the kind of confusion in this country. Because I mean, it's very concerning. Because of all the names they could give to the presidential house, like Federal Palace, the Green Castle, or even Black House. The Black House, they chose Aso Rock. Rock. What's going on? Anyways, get me the kettle and take your 2 million there. So after a job for 30-second round challenge, Audu and I left for ABJ. So when we arrived at the Aso Rock Villa, one guy was outside making calls. Is that the president? I think it's the president. Wow, perfect timing. Because the Jofo said the basement of the president's office leads to a giant underground cave, and that's where he hides the Gina's kettle. So this should be easy. Although I was very nervous and scared with all the black-faced soldier men standing around. I mean, this is probably the day I die. So guys, I'm gonna need your prayers. Also, nevertheless, I remember the chapter of Quran that says, in the beginning God created... Okay, we're lying, we're lying. Okay, go like this. The Lord is my share. No, wait. Okay, snap. I got it. Oh yeah, children of Babylon. Children of Babylon, is that Quran? No, I don't think so. My bad. Okay, fine. I don't know the chapter, which is not my fault, okay? So don't blame me. Okay, it's my fault because I used to go late. You know what? Forget about it. So I would on my back, I did my thing, zoom, and luckily for us, we found ourselves in the president office. Man, that was close. Okay, so we entered the basement and finally arrived at the cave, and the entrance of the cave is the statue of the president's head. Okay, so we went in and there it was, the infamous Gina's kettle. So guys, the Gina's kettle was carefully placed on top of an enormous pile of gold. No, let me finish. So Gina's kettle was carefully placed on top of a huge pile of newspapers, and there were like countless bags of garri heaped all over the cave. So we started performing the fufu ritual. We used the kettle to boil water, then poured it into a plate of garri. So nothing seemed to happen for like 2 minutes. It was just smoke and vapor oozing out from the eba. So me and Audu just stood there. But wait. As the eba started getting stronger, the smoke and vapor started turning pink. And then there was more pink smoke. And then there was more and more pink smoke all over the cave. Oh shoot. Here she comes.
Jesus is Lord. What the be this?
Oh, sorry, gentlemen, I did not even see you guys there. But hoy, 10,000 masters here will give you such a crick in the wrist. But anyways, that is by the way. So what's up now? Oh, sorry, I can see that you are scared of my size. But don't worry, I can easily expand to the size of your planet if I wanted to. And also shrink to your size if you want.
What do you mean?
So after all that, she noticed I was in shock and was just standing there and moping. So she asked Audu to slap my head and then I came back to life. I mean, what the hell is she? Some kind of pink flying giant. I mean, what I don't understand. Anyways, let's keep the questions for later and focus on the mission. I mean, 2 million naira at stake here. So I asked Gina to take us home just as Jofo instructed. But Gina was like, no, that's not how it works. I can't just randomly ask for favors. That as her new master, I'm entitled to 3 wishes. So she asked my first wish. And I was like, phenomenal. Okay. My first wish, I wish for excellent tiffin skills. Okay. Your second wish, double the tiffin skills. And your third, triple the tiffin skills. Okay, look. Frankly speaking, this is my first time serving an idiot as a master, but nevertheless, your wish is my command. And I'm like, what the hell is she talking about? Because honestly, these are the 3 wisest decisions I've ever made in my life. So she started granting the wishes. Wish number 1, I was given monkey skills. Wish number 2, I was turned into a holy mother of James Bond. Is that a
chase a chick, never chase a bitch, chase no bitch.
Ninja Turtle? Wow. An even stronger and more reliable sidekick. Spontaneous. And then wish number 3. Phenomenal. Wish number 3 came with premium package. So for this wish, I was gifted 2 golden killer bean pistols and 1 flying broom instead of a flying pepper. Okay, that would do. So afterwards, Gina returned back into the kettle and the flying broom carried the 3 of us safely back to Sokoto. So to be honest, after the ride, I started to envy the original Aladdin and his flying carpet. But guess what? This broomstick can pain in the middle of Butokso. But nevertheless, we still flew. Offline is flying. Oh God of Allah, I'm finally making it. I knew the gods were at work, so I took Gina's kettle to a Jofo and a Jofo collected the kettle. I arranged a group of market women who used to know me before, and they chased me away. No TM, no nothing. But it's alright, we don't even need it. We're arm robbers now. So our backup plan was to visit the richest man in Sokoto, the Sultan of Sokoto, and clear everything in his house. And guess what? We succeeded. We stole everything in his house, the cars, the compound. In fact, we even carried the house. We carried the Sultan's house to the middle of Ashara town, and that's where we now live. You see, this is why I keep telling people, don't give up on your dreams. Cause look at me now. I'm now one of the most successful and richest arm robbers on earth, and there's nothing nobody can do about it. That reminds me, in fact, one of the Sultan guards tried to prove James Bond during our operation. We told him to calm down, but he didn't listen, so he thought he could stop us, so I would have wasted him. Poor guy. I believe y'all know why I'm doing all this. It's because of that girl, oh. Yeah, remember that girl we saw at the marketplace? She's the end goal. So now that I'm rich, let's go get her. DJ Skirt on the beat. It's like let's see first.
Alade, when we don't day later come make no be by pan and by might na Gina do She granted him 3 wishes. Who gave him room up with cheese. It's not net, you know, be Disney. My people now so the sun said finish. La 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 la.
It's okay, girls. Come inside, there's no data. So I returned to that same market, and luckily for me, I met her at that same fish store. I put up on my convertible Rolls Royce right in front of her and then walked up to her and was like, hey, brand new girl. You are selling fish and other things in the marketplace. Now you and me. And ladies and gentlemen, that was the end of the toasting. It's called Disney style. It's very reliable and always works. So I was like, Rosie Rosie or flying broom? What you want, baby? And she was like, flying broom? No, thank you. I choose you, Rosie Rosie. I mean, who am I kidding? Was I actually expecting a Nigerian girl to choose flying broom over Rolls Royce? So she entered my Rolls Royce and we drove off. On our way, she introduced herself as... Nope. Almost. Bingo. Her name was Amena Beautiful. So first we went shopping after shopping, then party after party until my bank account was empty. So I guess it's time to take her to the house. So as soon as we got to my house, I was so happy. I invited her in, and then all of a sudden she was like, I know that television, I know that ceiling, I know this spoon, I know this soup, I was the one that won me 2 days ago. And I was like, okay. Then she pulled out her phone and was like,
hello dad, call 119. I found the thief.
Then she started leaving. I ran after her and with the whole of my heart I started, my brand new girl. Then she replied,
confirm thief.
You were selling fish.
Actually, I was buying fish.
And other things.
And other things.
In the marketplace. Now you and me.
No be you and me.
Jesus is Lord.
And then she left. So she was the daughter of the Sultan all along, and she was just playing me. I was so pained, I couldn't even move. Then a few liquids started flowing out of my eyes. Okay, fine, I was crying. I even sat on the floor. So meanwhile, Ejiofor on the other hand, all he did with Gina's schedule was tell Gina to turn him into a giant python, and he started swallowing people. For what reason? I have no idea. Maybe he's swallowing the people that didn't vote for him in the last election. In fact, he even came to where I was crying and was like, so bro, I'm swallowing people low. Wait, is he talking to me? I didn't even respond. Until after a few minutes of him standing there, I told him to shift because I have bigger problems to worry about. Then he asked me what was wrong, and then I explained to him, and he was like, oh man, I'm sorry. That was really bad. All girls are the same, trust no one. And then we started playing some Juice WRLD. Avocado. No, thank you. Until finally, the police pulled up to arrest us both, and we cried louder. And so up next is Amaka, the first Earthbender and Nigeria Forever, which is now available to stream on our YouTube. Just in case you didn't know, we have a very popular YouTube channel with about 12 million, with about 12 subscribers. Maybe you can become number 13, thank you. So TikTok hasn't allowed me to link my YouTube yet, so if you really want to check it out, just search Nizzy on YouTube, and who knows, maybe you'll be the first to watch it. Nigeria Forever! Nigeria
Forever! Wallahi. Yeah, that's my brother. I still have for my first 5 girlfriends.
Osa.
Huh?
Yeah. My bitch is better than yours. My bitch is better than yours. My bitch is better than yours.
Help me! 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 If they carry me, they go where I don't know.
Oh lolo, so he kidnapped her. I was thinking she was his girlfriend.